Hey everybody, and welcome to the stream. Getting started. I'll make sure everything is working correctly. I am getting ready to start on my sketching for Inktober, and I thought I would have you guys join me on a stream. So let's see if we are going here. There we go. Hey everybody, it's good to see you all. So today I'm working on, as I said just a second ago, I'm working on Inktober drawings, and I'm doing my sketch for tomorrow, and I thought, let's just do a live stream while I'm doing my sketch. I thought that would be fun. So let's do that. I'm going to bring that down, and I think everything else is good. So let me know if the audio is good, and if you can see everything okay, and all that good stuff. So yeah, I thought I would show you. This is kind of hard because I've got the camera so close, but this is my sketchbook that I am doing the Inktober sketches in. And so I'm going to do just a preliminary thumbnail sketch on this paper and then transfer it over into this. Either tonight, maybe the sketch part, but just get the sketch done here and then transfer it over tomorrow. We'll see how far we get. So, oh, sorry, that was really loud. I apologize. I'm having an avalanche. So, yeah. Anybody else working on their upcoming Inktober? Who's all doing Inktober? Maybe you're just doing a few Inktobers. Maybe you've never done Inktober and you're like, I've always wanted to, but I just can't. Today, you can do an Inktober with me. We can do it together. That's awesome. All right. So, as I have in the screen right there, I have the Inktober prompts. It's really tiny. But I thought if you haven't seen the prompts, they are right there listed so you can follow along. If you haven't done any or you feel like you're behind, just start with tomorrow and go from there. So, or maybe you can just do one a week. Look at all the prompts from that week and just pick one of them and try to do an Inktober a week. So, whatever. It's just something fun to challenge yourself to do something that maybe you normally wouldn't do. So, the prompt for tomorrow is today was precious, so tomorrow is flowing. So we kind of think about that one and see what we come up with, an idea, decide on a theme, or kind of an idea of what you think you might want your flowing picture to be. And it doesn't matter if you can draw really well or maybe you're just a beginner at art. This is just a personal challenge for you. So even if you're like, I can only do stick figures, well, do an Inktober stick figure. So I think that would be fun. I'm missing a lot of suggestions for flowing already, so that'll be fun to see how you guys create your flowing ideas. I'm kind of thinking of flowing hair is kind of what I'm leaning towards right now, but I'm not positive. Can I do this stream later because I gotta go to bed? I know I tend to always end up streaming in the evening just because it's quieter. I'm in the studio now, so it's always a little bit quieter, but my neighbors have been doing some yard work and stuff, so it's a little noisy during the day, so that's why it is. But don't worry, the stream will be available for you to watch tomorrow when you wake up if you have to leave early. So today's prompt is flowing. I should do a flowing ghost. I mean, that's tomorrow's prompt, is flowing. That's what we're working on. Today's prompt is precious. You are correct, Reed. Yeah. So on this paper here, I just have just a scratch piece of paper, and I'm just going to start doodling out some ideas of what I'm thinking for tomorrow's sketch. I'll do the inking tomorrow, obviously, but it's always good, especially if you're kind of on a time crunch, if you can get a sketch idea done the day before, then it's a little easier to get the inking done on that day. Some artists, I heard, actually went through and they pre-planned out every single day, which I think is genius. I probably should have done that, but it's also kind of fun to take it as I go. Plus, I'm doing a little thing that if the video for Inktober that I show gets to 5,000 views in the first 24 hours, then I have to choose a prompt that you guys give me in the comment section. So far, I haven't had to choose any yet, but that might change. It would be really cool if I did something with Greek mythology. That is a cool idea. So my ideas, where do I get my ideas from? I love looking at photographs and things like that. And sometimes I just kind of sketch as I go. So I kind of have this idea of a flowing river with like girl's head. And I don't know how well this is going to, hopefully it will show up okay. I'll try to push a little bit harder so you guys can actually see the sketch. I would love to see one of your 100 character draws. I know I stopped it for Inktober, but here it is. Here's one of them. But I should do the 100 character draw challenge one time on a live stream. That would be fun. Ooh, October is your gemstone. I know I need to work on gemstone. There's so many pieces of art I need to do this month. I have to do the gemstone for October, which is opal, which is my gemstone. And then I need to I have 2 smart art boxes to do. One I'm so excited to do, but I just have not had time to do it. I have to work on if you saw the Alice in Wonderland Disney themed ride that I did last month, I have another one I want to do for this month, and so I have to start working on that one. I have possibly 2 collabs. I need to get in contact with everybody to make sure we're still on. So 2 collabs to do, plus I have the YouTube Artist Collective that I need to start thinking about because it's towards the beginning of November, and I have a Comic-Con in November, so I have a lot of stuff to do. And I thought there was one other one that I have to do still. I'll think of it later, but yeah. So I'm kind of thinking of like a figure and then her hair kind of coming down, flowing. That's a nice fun thing about like thumbnail sketches, is they don't have to be perfect. They're just scribbles and just enough for me to kind of tell what I'm going to do, and then I can get onto sketching real. What con? It's the Eugene City Comic Con. So it's a really tiny one, but it was actually the first one that I'd ever done. So I still like to do that one. So if you're in the Eugene area, Eugene, Oregon, around the second weekend in November, stop by and say hello. That'd be great. Yes, her hair is gonna like kind of flow down into like water. That's what I'm kind of thinking. And then maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna have fish or something come up. Hopefully the pencil isn't too loud. My mic's sitting right on the desk, so I don't know if it's like too loud for the sketching. This is actually the first traditional art live stream I've done in quite a while. This last few months, all my live streams have been digital. So I'm kind of actually testing to see how well this works, because traditional takes a little bit more oomph from the computer and the internet, because you're running the computer, you're running your webcam, and then you're running your this camera here. So it's several different things that the internet is having to pick up. So far, I think everything is running. It's giving me an orange health bar, which isn't great. It's not an awesome health bar, but it's not red, which I think is bad. So let me know if there's any glitches or anything in the stream, or not that there's much I could do about it, because the internet we have is what we got. So I've heard you can do digital art for Inktober. Is that true? I know last year Jake Parker had said that you could do digital art, and I think there was a little backlash from that because the whole purpose of doing Inktober with ink is that you can't erase it. Like once you place the ink down, it's permanent. But as we know, with digital art, we can erase that. So I noticed his website doesn't say anything about that. But as far as my opinion on that is that this is a challenge that is a personal challenge for you. So if you want to do this challenge traditionally or digitally, I say just as long as you're pushing yourself, that's the thing. So trying to decide what her hair just kind of goes flowing, but does it just kind of flow off the paper? I don't know. She feels like it should do something. Okay, I'm just gonna sketch out some ideas here. I have like a little fish bowl right here. What if she was sitting on top of the fish bowl like so, and her hair flowed into the fish bowl like that? How do I make my lines so decisive? I always end up with lots of sketch lines and shapes before going with a defined line. I have the lights turned up so bright so you can't see. I have a lot of little really light lines in here, and then I pretty quickly determine my defined lines because I want you to be able to see. My computer's awful. My Kindle is more in sync than my computer, but this is my first stream of yours that I'm catching live. Yay! So is this Precious? This is just the sketch for tomorrow's prompt, which is flowing. So I've already done Precious. So if you haven't checked out today's video, would you please go and check it out? I put all the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then today's Inktober's all in one video. So I did them all on the days, but I didn't have time to post videos about them. So, because I had to pre-record Saturdays because I was gone on Saturday and didn't get back till Saturday night. So I didn't get to post Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or Monday. So they're all there. So I do have Precious in that one. Plus, let's see. When was Star? Star was Sunday, right? I think so. Yeah. No, Star was today. So, I don't know. Which one was Star? I have to look. Anyway, I like Star. Star turned out really pretty. Yeah, Star was yesterday, so it was Sunday. And today is Precious, and tomorrow is Flowing. So, there we go. Can I draw more animals? I'm thinking about doing a cat video for either Wednesday, which is tomorrow, or Saturday. And I don't have the kittens in with me. I might wait till next week because next week the kittens will be old enough that I can trust them to be in my studio, and I'm going to bring the kittens in. For those of you who don't know, I am fostering 3 little kittens. This is my second batch of kittens. And so these guys are really little, and they're still trying to get down the idea of a litter box. But we've only had one accident, so that's good. But I want to make sure that they really understand how litter boxes work before I bring them into my studio. I always bring a little litter box in with the kittens. But, yeah. So there's that one. Okay, another idea is, what if I do a back view of... Oh, I like this idea. Okay, I think this might be it. Okay, so I'll have her looking off over her shoulder, but we'll have the back view of her sitting, and then her hair can can be flowing down and then turns into like a waterfall. How's that sound? So I'll put like rocks and things coming down here. Or she could be turning, looking towards us with her hair coming over the side. I like that one. Okay, maybe that's it. And we'll have her knees, one knee up. A little dress. It's kind of a flowy dress. Put her hair kind of flowing over her and then turns into the waterfall. I like that idea. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What is Inktober? I am a new subscriber. Welcome, Ethan. Thanks for subscribing. So Inktober is a monthly challenge in the month of October that you create an ink drawing for every single day. And you can follow a prompt made by the creator, Jake Parker, or you can just do whatever you want. So just pushing yourself to draw a drawing every single day in ink. And it's harder than you think. I made a poem. I think you should do digital art for Inktober. I think if you, okay, let me see if I can read. Sorry, let me try this again. Oh no, your comment went away. Digital art for Inktober, you shouldn't be allowed to erase your main lines. You must use some sort of digital brush. Oh, all right. That is a good idea, like the no erase challenge. All right, well, I definitely like the idea of her sitting as a waterfall. So that's my sketch idea. So what I'm going to do, am I brave enough just to jump right into my sketch? Let's do it. Let's see what we can do. Do I have any recommendations on sketchbooks? I am a sketchbook hoarder. I love sketchbooks, and I have no specific preference. Like, they're all so different in personality, and it just really depends on you as an artist, what kind of sketchbook that you like, what works well for you. So for this one, I'm using, this one is a Darcy. I got it at Ross for a couple of dollars. I got it for, well, it was originally $10, if you guys can see that, but it probably was $4.99. But it's a nice spiral bound, and it has really smooth paper, which the smooth paper works best with inks and Copic markers. If you get a paper that has a stronger tooth, and that's kind of like it's rougher, more fibrous, if you put inks or anything that's wet with that, that's when you're going to get your feathering, and your ink's just going to go psh. So if you do that with like dip pens or Copic markers or anything like that, you're going to get that feathering. So if you use something, you want to make sure that it's a really smooth paper, and then you won't have that as bad. But rough tooth paper is great for sketching if you're going to use like colored pencils or just regular graphite, things like that, because it has a lot for it to catch on to. So if you guys want to see a little sneak peek at all the Inktobers, this is the first one here. Let me pull up this other thing so I can make sure I'm in frame. So here is the first one that I did. This was for Poison. And I liked how this one, because she kind of tries to like, I don't know, I thought of like the poison apple from Snow White, how it was like dripping down. So, and then I had like a crazy fun with her hair, and then her eyes are kind of creepy, just because sometimes I try to go creepy. Then I skipped a page, so I have a blank page right here. Every once in a while I skip pages. And then my favorite so far, which is number 2, which was Tranquil. So that one was fun. I used a really light gray ink pen and a brown ink pen to do the inking, and then just used all like gray tones and pinks and just a little bit of greens in that for that piece. And then, not my favorite, was Roasted, which is this one here. I like the idea, but I ran out of time. And that's the thing, is doing Inktober on top of my job, you know, and trying to get out my regular art videos and my regular art schedule. I don't have like a full day to spend sometimes on these pieces, and it really shows. So like this one I had like an hour or two. So I think had I had more time to render in the color, it would have turned out better, but I was a little rushed, but I got it done, and that's the main thing. So that's for roasted. And then this one turned out fun. It was a simpler one too, but was Spell. So I did this fun little witch, and she's throwing magic confetti at you. I like her socks. Anyone who was born in the 1980s might remember old school Strawberry Shortcake or Nanny from the Muppet Babies. And so these stripy socks, man, that's what it makes me think of. Then Friday, I think it is, was chicken. And I showed this one off in today's video, but I said that there was a story that went along with the chicken. So the story is I grew up on a farm, and we had chickens and rabbits and ducks and turkeys and things like that. But it was a working farm, so animals that were on the farm were there for a purpose. So chickens were there for a purpose to lay eggs, and if you didn't lay eggs, your other purpose was to become a winner chicken dinner. So every couple of months we would cull out the flock, those who were either, because you only have so many roosters, otherwise they fight, and so they get turned into chicken dinner. And so my job, and I was much younger than this, I was 3, 4, or 5 years old, so my job was to go into the pen where we had the chickens that we were going to turn into chicken dinner and get them and then bring them to my parents who were butchering the chickens. And so as I was carrying my chicken back, I remember talking to it and gazing into its eyes, and by the time I got from the chicken barn to the chopping block, I had formed an attachment to my chicken and declared that he was too young to die, and ran off crying to save my chicken. So as my poor chicken, I saved his life, though I think we ate him a while later. Maybe not. Mom says she doesn't remember if we ate him or not. She might have left him to be one of the roosters that got to rule the roost. So I think she was just saying that to make me feel better. But that's my chicken story. And then Saturday and Sunday or something, I don't know. This one combines two of them, which is drooling, which I made my little pug dog, and he's drooling, or actually more like a bulldog, I guess. And then this is exhausted because she's trying to figure out how to raise a puppy, and she's pretty certain that her book says that they take lots of naps, but he's not buying it. So and then yesterday was Star. So there's this one, and she's kind of like a star fairy, and she has like this gown that has like stars twinkling out. And I had like a bigger idea, like I wanted her to glow, but I didn't have enough time to render that out. I wanted to somehow create like a glowing effect on her. I made a sparkly effect, so there's lots of glitter on this. I don't know if you guys can see the glitter or not, but there's glitter. So this one might turn into an idea for a future piece. So who knows? And then today is Precious. And it's this one here. So if you want to hear the story of why this, of all pieces, is precious, you're going to have to watch today's video. So after the stream is over, you can jump over and watch the video. And it talks about why this mushrooms are precious. So, yay. Also, you might all notice that my book is backwards. So most of the time the binder is on this side, but I have it on this side because I'm left-handed. So if any of you guys are left-handed and you try to sketch in a sketchbook and it's like hits you here, just flip your sketchbook upside down and then boom, it works out beautifully. I also have like a piece of cardstock that I keep underneath this page here so that if it bleeds through, that it doesn't mess up the paper behind it. So there you go. I'm going to move this really quickly so I can see my idea and get this back into where it's supposed to be. All right, so we have a waterfall. I think I should do it with blue because blue is more watery. So chicken print. Am I going to do prints of my chicken? I'm going to do, hopefully, a zine of all my Inktober. So at the end of this month, I will have a zine at least for Comic-Con in Eugene. And then I might have some leftover or extra ones printed to put on my Etsy shop. So, yay! Do I have any tips for foreshortening? I'm having trouble drawing a dragon snout. Foreshortening is tough. There's several videos out on foreshortening. It would be something that I'd have to teach in a video. I couldn't like say this and this and that. So I will see about putting that in a video. Thanks for keeping it G-rated, Arla Card. Why are you sad? Don't be sad. Hopefully everything's keeping it safe in the comments. All right, so let's sketch this in. Hopefully I'm in frame correctly. So to put this in, I'm just going to block in some shapes because you don't want to get into the detail until you have everything kind of blocked in. So I'm going to bring up her leg. There's a little bit of foreshortening going on in this one. I'm going to have this leg come out just a little bit. Am I a little high? Okay, there. I brought it down a little bit, but then I'll be a little low and you won't be able to see your feet. I could pull back the camera a little bit if I need to. Hi from Australia. That's awesome. Am I putting together an Inktober zine? I'm hoping to, yes. That is my hope. And so far, because I told myself if I ever did an Inktober all the way through, that it'd be fun to do a zine. I did an Inktober the first year, so that was 2 years ago, I think was my first full Inktober. But I brushed a couple pieces. It was I was actually surprised that I was able to do what I was able to do. But some of them were just like, I'm drawing a circle and that's it. So I didn't do anything with that one just because if I make a zine, I want it to be, you know, some nice artwork. So that's why I'm really pushing myself to do this, because I want to make a zine out of this and I want it to be something that people would be excited to have. Hi from Missouri, hi from Canada. From everywhere. Don't worry, she'll have clothes. Don't worry. Sometimes you have to know what the arms and legs and stuff are doing first before you can get the clothes going. I often use like reference photos and stuff when I'm drawing, if you kind of have a hard time getting a position right. If you have like a camera that you can like time photos with, you can always set it up and then run and try to get yourself in that position and take a picture of it. I live right above you on the map. I'm not in your house, I swear. Okay, good. Whew. Thought you were on my roof. There is someone in my studio. I probably should have said that before at the beginning of the stream. That if for some reason I jump out of my chair and freak out, that's because there is another frog in my studio somewhere. And I'm not scared of frogs. I just don't like them when they sneak up on me. Like if I see a frog, I think they're cute and all that. I prefer them not to be in my house. And that's really only the reason is because I don't want them to die. And I had my niece and I were hunting all over for him. Of course, once you start like moving boxes and things, then they'd stop croaking, and so you can't find them. And so far he has been really quiet. So, but he sounded like he was in my storage closet, which is not good. Yeah. So I'm thinking about maybe I should put like a bowl of water on the floor, because that's what kills them as they dry out. So I'm thinking about putting like a little plate of some water in it, so that maybe he'll go and sit in it, and then I can find him and get him outside. There were 2 of them on my porch yesterday, and I have this small gap under my porch door, under the door back there, and so I'm pretty sure that's how they get in. I think they crawl under the opening of the door. I told you not to. So, who knows? I was hoping he would start croaking again. But it's just so creepy. They're so loud for such a little thing. It just like sounds like they're like right in your ear. Am I in the States or somewhere else? I live in Oregon, so right on the coast. So in fact, it's still light outside where I live. You can kind of see a little bit of the glow of the back window. Not really, but like I can see outside. How do you make such awesome poses? Loads and loads of practicing, like all the time. In fact, if you follow me on Instagram, usually once a day, I've been trying to for the last couple of days, post some of the gesture drawings that I do. So at night before I go to bed, I have an iPad that I can draw on. And so I will do like 10-15 minutes of just gesture drawing. And then if one of them kind of pops out to be something I like a little bit more, I might put a little bit more time with it. But it's just continuous practicing and keeping your skills sharpened. So there's never a point where I'm like, I don't have to practice that anymore. Got to always keep practicing. Okay, so I like this. There's her pose. If she was on the computer, I would pick her up and move her up because she's like so close to the bottom of the page. I think she's again going to be one of these that in my mind is going to be better than what I can translate at this time. But who knows? She might turn out pretty cool. Thank you, Holly, for the super chat. Always really liked your work. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How many years have I been an artist? Well, I've always been drawing even since I was like a little kid. You know, I was drawing and coloring and things like that. But seriously putting time into it, I had a time when I was in high school that I put a lot of effort into my art. And then when I got into my 20s, you know, kind of got into having to work and do normal jobs. And just kind of did art as a hobby, but not really putting a lot of effort into it. And I wish I had. I wish when I came home from work, instead of playing, you know, like video games and things like that, that I would have made myself draw for an hour or 2 hours and then, you know, did fun stuff. And I think I would be farther along than I am now. But then about 10 years ago, I just really began thinking about doing stuff with my art. And that's when I started putting in dedicated time into drawing and really began to see some progress with my art. And when you start pushing yourself, you know, not just drawing what you're comfortable with, but pushing yourself in areas that maybe you're not comfortable with. But also finding that balance about drawing what you enjoy drawing too, because there are certain types of art that I'm not that big on. Like, you know, modern art is not my thing. So I don't practice that a lot, because I know that even if I got good at modern art, it's not what I like totally enjoy doing. But, you know, if you just get comfortable drawing a person one way, push it to draw them in a different direction or change up, you know, things. And always be willing to try new things, you know. Someday I might be an awesome modern artist. Doubtful. I have never played Fortnite, so I know it's really popular. I was in art school, but the constant drawing really reacted horribly with my parents. I wish I could push myself more. I always want to be better than I am. I totally get wanting to get better, but enjoy the journey. Sometimes we just beat up on ourselves too much and it isn't fun. So enjoy it, have fun with it. I'm not so good with poses, but I try. Dude, I hated pose drawing. And then I started watching Proko. He's a YouTuber here on YouTube. He's an artist here on YouTube. And he did gesture drawing and pose videos. And they were so fun watching him. And I thought, I just want to draw like him. And so he had lots of really, really good tips that I kind of followed. And then just finding artists that you like and just seeing, you know, how do they draw that, and kind of creating your versions of things that, you know, that you've seen them do. Like, I love the Art Nouveau style, so that's why I based a lot of my gemstone pictures on that style and kind of doing that. But it's different, you know, it's not as, there's usually a thicker line with them, but, you know, just having fun with it. Using character creation games like The Sims and such can really help drawing different faces and body types. That's true. Man, when Sims first came out, I mean, there was like a little bit, that was fun, but now you can create just about any kind of person you want to with Sims. Again, one of those things I don't play nearly. I have Sims 3, I think. And I contemplated getting Sims 4, and I thought I could. Or I could, you know, draw. So I can't do both. So I have to grab my pencil here. Eraser. Jazza, I love Jazza too. He just had his second baby. Well, he didn't. Mrs. Jazza did. So I just posted a video about that. So if you haven't seen it, go over and watch it. Tell him congratulations. She's a sweet little girl. She's looking kind of grumpy. I don't mean for her to be grumpy. Contemplating perhaps, but not grumpy. I have to fix her eyebrows. She's got the angry eyebrows. There, that's better. There's a YouTuber that I'm watching. It's an actual channel about being a YouTuber, so there's lots of tips and tricks on, you know, creating videos and things like that. But they are at a convention, and he is live streaming 24 hours a day for 5 days straight. So this is his first full day that he's been doing it. I think I went to bed before he switched off, but I think he gives the camera to some of his coworkers that are editing videos, and they continue on so he can actually get some sleep. Because that'd be kind of creepy to have like a camera on you while you're sleeping. But yeah, I was like, whew. Trying to come up with things to say for an hour-long stream is hard enough for me. And I see people like Bailey that do 24-hour streams like, oh, it's nothing. I just streamed for 10 hours. I'm like, really? I feel like I have to talk too much. I'm not a big talker. So having to continuously come up with things to talk about to keep my streams from being boring. I can't imagine doing anything more than a couple hours. I think the longest stream I've ever had was an hour and a half. Right now we're at 40 minutes. I forgot you were okay with us tagging you on Instagram posts, so I'm going to do that from now on. Oh, yay! I love watching your guys' or looking for your guys' tags. I've live streamed before. It's exhausting. It is. I think with practice, as with all things, the more you do it, the better you get at it. So, and I just have to tell myself, live streams is different than an actual prepared edited video. Because a prepared edited video, it's, you're creating a finished piece, and so you want everything to flow really smoothly. Whereas a live stream, that's kind of just inviting you to come into my studio and sit and chat with me and draw with me and hang out. And so it's not, I don't feel like I have to every 5 seconds, be making sure that it's exciting and all that. So if I zone out for a few seconds of silent contemplation, then that's okay, because that's what it would be like if you came to visit me in my studio. Get a co-host to help you. They can focus on reading the comments out to you and making sure that everyone behaves. That would be fun. Sometimes my sister comes and joins in on the chat, but she's been very busy with work, so, and she lives in Vermont, so it's not like she could. One time though, I did have her, was she on speaker? Or had somehow, I was like listening to her talk to me so she could read to the comments to me. I think I was FaceTiming her on my iPhone, and I had like headphones in so I could hear her. But it was really hard because I would try to talk to you while she was like talking to me on the speaker or the headphones, and it was, oh, my poor brain. Just can't do that. So I don't know if this looks like a waterfall, but her hair will definitely be flowing down. So maybe we'll put a waterfall behind her. What do you think? Hugs an iPad. I'm actually hugging it. I'll hug you back. Hug. Okay, there we go. We hugged. I love the Spirited Away shirt. Yay! Thank you. I've had this one for so long. I love it. It's got a couple stains on it, because like I can't ever have nice things without spilling something on my shirt. See if I can kind of do like a little waterfall, and maybe when I color it tomorrow I'll make it just like a really light shade. Kind of make her dress look like her dress is kind of flowing into water as well. That would be kind of pretty. Down here, so. See, I wish I would have just like brought this up just a little bit, because I'm like running out of room. Because it'd be kind of cool to have this kind of be. You're welcome for the hug. Write things on a paper and pick with your eyes closed. That is a fun challenge. I have that written down in a challenge. I found a piece of paper the other day that I had written video ideas for upcoming videos. Some of them I've done, so I know this is an old one. But do a video calculating how much money I've spent altogether on Copic markers. That would be scary. I have penny challenge, and I think that's where you trace a penny and you have to make an art inside the penny, I think. I'm not sure. A Copics versus Crayola marker challenge. Oh, this was the cartoon character in different styles. So this is an old list that I found. Redrawing old artwork of mine. I want to do that one. I have a piece that I really, really love, and I want to see if I can redraw it, recreate it. I've done that a couple of times, but I have another one that I was like, oh, yeah. So also she's tilted a little bit. Let me see if I can get these lines a little bit straighter. Clean up a little bit. And she'll be ready to ink in tomorrow. This is the hard part about doing this early because I want to like start inking it right now. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys. Hopefully this won't be too dizzying. Pull it back a little bit. See if you guys can see. We've got this on this like weird tripod. There we go. Let's see how well that goes. Let me check over here. Oops. Sorry. There we go. See, I probably should have had it there to begin with so that you could see the whole drawing at one time. But there we go. That's the sketch for tomorrow. So you guys get a little sneak peek. Now I just get to ink it in and color it for tomorrow. And all that. So maybe this will be tomorrow's video because, yeah. I was going to do a cat video tonight, but I think I'm going to wait till next week because then I can have the kittens in and I can do some kitten cam. I think that would be fun. They're so cute. My goodness, the new kittens. So adorable. Like the first 3 that I got, there were the 3 orange twins and they were slightly feral, so they were kind of nervous about people, and they got to the point where when you came into the room and you sat down, then they'd come and snuggle you and just love on you and everything. But if you made any loud noises or you moved too fast, then they ran and hide. Or these guys, as soon as they hear you coming, they're just meowing at the door and they just want to be just not even being held. They want to like crawl up your nose because they love you so much. So it's so fun. So I'm excited for you to meet them. So hopefully that will happen maybe this week, but most likely next week. I'll have the kittens in the studio for during the day. But yeah, hopefully you guys are excited about Inktober. If you haven't done Inktober yet, I challenge you to do one tonight. Just sketch up something, and you don't even have to do the theme of flowing. You could do whatever you want. And then I'd love to see it, so post it on Instagram or Twitter and tag me in your photos. I'd love to see them. So yay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Otherwise, I'm going to want to grab my trusty blue ink pen and start inking. I want ink so bad. But no. Okay. I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to wait. Save it for tomorrow. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And until next video or live stream, keep drawing. God bless you guys. And we'll see you in another art video live stream fun thing. So, yeah. Bye.